Hi everyone, my name is Gladys and I'm here with my fellow therapists Jasmine, Claire, and Monique. Today we want to talk with you about how to manage stress, anger, and negative emotions while parenting adolescents. If you've ever found yourself feeling stressed or unsure how to respond to your teen, you're not alone. Before we talk about ways you can manage your stress and emotions as a parent, it's important to first understand why parenting adolescents can feel so challenging, especially on top of everything else you may already be managing in your daily life. First, adolescence is a major period of emotional, social, and developmental change. During this stage, your teen is learning more about who they are and seeking greater independence. At the same time, they are still developing skills related to emotional regulation, decision making, and impulse control, which can sometimes lead to increased emotional intensity, risk taking, or difficulty managing their emotions. As parents, this can create a difficult balance between supporting your teen's growing independence while also maintaining safety and boundaries. For example, your teen may want more privacy or later curfews, while you as a parent may feel worried about their safety or decision making. Communication challenges can also become more common during adolescence. Conversations may feel shorter, more emotionally charged, or filled with misunderstandings. Because of these changes, many parents experience stress, frustration, guilt, fear, and emotional exhaustion. And when you're already managing stress in other areas of your life, trying to navigate both your teen's emotions and your own can feel incredibly overwhelming. This is why it's important to understand self regulation and the role it plays in parenting. Simply put, self regulation is the ability to recognize, manage, and respond to your emotions, especially during stressful situations. It does not mean ignoring your emotions, staying calm all the time, or being a perfect parent. Instead, self regulation involves becoming more aware of your emotional reactions and creating space to respond intentionally rather than automatically reacting in the moment. This is important because when you're able to regulate your emotions, it can help reduce stress and emotional overwhelm within the family. Teens often look to the emotional responses of the adults around them when trying to manage their own emotions, meaning your responses can strongly influence how they feel and react. Self regulation is especially important during adolescence because of the constant state of change. You are often being asked to adjust the way you respond, communicate, and support your child while still maintaining guidance and boundaries.
When our teen pushes a boundary, our survival brain wants to immediately react, which most of the time ends up with someone saying something they wish they could take back, leaving everyone feeling hurt and not really understood. But when we consciously choose to take a pause and calm our own nervous system, we break that vicious chain reaction. By refraining from a sharp reactive response, we actually help our teen's emotional storm from escalating further. And by staying calm, we invite them to be calm as well. A meta-analysis of 53 different studies published between 2000 and 2020 found significant evidence that parents with better emotion regulation skills or fewer difficulties are higher in positive parenting behaviors and have children with better emotion regulation and fewer internalizing symptoms. So the ultimate goal here is connection over perfection. The entire intention behind taking a pause and regulating ourselves isn't to prevent every argument, because they will happen. Ruptures will happen. But rather is to give our teen the psychological safety to reconnect and communicate. When we can calm and steady ourselves, we're actually creating the emotional and physical safety needed to initiate repair. And regulation is what gives us that emotional capacity to go to our teen afterwards and say, "Hey, I had a big reaction earlier and I'm sorry. Let's talk." So now that we understand the deeper why behind self-regulation in parents, we will now walk you through the practical, in-the-moment interventions that will help you cultivate this pause in your day-to-day life.
My teen is being snappy with me or being bossy and irresponsible. What should I do? The first step always comes with regulating and taking care of yourself first. One way is through mindfulness skills. First and foremost, do not react. Catch yourself and pause instead of reacting. When you give back the same energy and reactivity your teen has given you, it'll escalate the conflict. Practice tolerating your distress and increase compassion not only for your teen but for yourself as well. So instead of going against your teen, walk alongside them and understand their reactions to their behaviors, because their behaviors are often emotionally driven. Another mindfulness skill is to actively listen and be present with your teen. Active listening is being fully present and engaged with them without trying to fix or judge. Be in the here and now moment and have full attention in listening to them. It could be while you're driving or when they come back from school. Try putting the phone down or prevent from checking through emails when you speak with them and stay non-judgmental. Just fully listen to what they have to say. How do I practice these skills? There are many ways we can strengthen our mindfulness skills, and some common examples include deep breathing techniques, imagining a calming and safe space, muscle relaxation strategies, and mindfulness meditations. And even just 5 minutes a day will hone your mindfulness skills to provide better compassion for yourself and for your teen. And you can find many guided mindfulness videos online. Let's go through a few examples of using mindfulness skills. Let's say you ask your teen to help set up the table for dinner, but your teen snaps at you and says that they finished all their chores and want to go to their room to play video games. First, pause and catch yourself before saying something back. Do not react and take some deep breaths or squeeze your fists to calm down. You notice your teen has been spending a lot of time on their phone and in bed, and you want them to stay healthy. So you tell them that they need to go out and exercise. Your teen ignores you and says, "Leave me alone." Again, pause and do not react. Practice tolerating what comes up for you and regulate yourself by taking some space to do a mindfulness meditation or imagine a calming imagery. Here's another example. Your teen is comparing their body to people on social media and says, "I'm so fat, I need to lose weight." You try to reassure them, but they reply, "Ugh, you just don't get it." Pause before reacting and calm your nervous system down and have them explain what they mean by that. While they explain, be fully present and listen to what they have to say without fixing or judging them.
When it comes to managing your stress, anger, and other overwhelming emotions while parenting your adolescent, communication plays a key role in maintaining connection and reducing conflict in the parent-child relationship. The foundation of this is keeping communication open and respectful. This means avoiding reactive, judgmental, blaming, or defensive responses, as this can typically lead one or both of you to become emotionally closed off to having a conversation. Instead, focusing on your own internal experience through the use of I statements can encourage connection rather than blame. Another important skill is active, empathetic listening and remaining attuned to both yourself and your child. This connects to mindfulness and slowing down so you can better notice verbal and nonverbal cues. As a parent, it can be easy to become so focused on your own frustration or stress that you might miss the underlying message your child is trying to communicate. So listening openly and with curiosity can create more opportunity for understanding and connection. It is also important for parents to model healthy emotional expression through congruence between verbal and nonverbal communication. For example, if you say to your child, "I'm fine," while clearly appearing angry or upset, it sends mixed messages and can create confusion or frustration for them. Instead, expressing emotions honestly, calmly, and appropriately models emotional awareness and teaches adolescents that difficult emotions are normal, even for adults, and can be communicated in healthy ways. Communication also plays a major role in repair and collaboration. Rather than immediately trying to fix the situation or behavior, you as a parent can first acknowledge the shared experience of conflict or disconnection in order for you and your child to better understand one another. Because when communication is only focused on fixing the problem, opportunities for connection can be lost. If you are a parent who comes from a collectivistic culture or a background that places strong emphasis on respect, hierarchy, emotional restraint, or maintaining harmony within the family, then some of these communication strategies may feel unfamiliar or uncomfortable. However, it is important to remember that these communication skills are not about removing parental authority or changing cultural values. Rather, they focus on strengthening connection while still honoring those values. For example, I statements can still be respectful and indirect. You can say, "I worry about your safety when you come home late," instead of blame or criticism. Active listening also does not mean agreeing with the adolescent. It means showing willingness to understand your child's perspective before you respond. Emotional expression can be modest and culturally appropriate. You as a parent do not have to disclose everything emotionally, but simply acknowledging feelings can reduce confusion and strengthen trust. Lastly, repair and collaboration can still preserve parental authority. You can acknowledge conflict by saying, "I know we were both upset earlier," without giving up your role or expectations of your child. Parenting adolescents isn't about being perfect. It's about staying present, practicing mindfulness, and creating a safe space for connection and growth. When you respond with calm, awareness, and understanding, you can help your teen learn how to manage their own emotions and navigate life with confidence too. We hope you found this presentation helpful, and thank you so much for listening.